What's good, y'all? So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I designed a rugby shirt, which is a classic silhouette that I kind of wanted to reinterpret in my own style in Procreate using my mockups and brushes for Procreate. I'm also excited to announce the official launch of my new website, thesupplypack.com, along with my newest product, the texture pack, which includes over 75 textures, patterns, overlays, and a bunch more. I'll be giving you guys a full breakdown of all of the assets in a future video, so if you're interested in checking them out, I'll be sure to link them below in the description. For today's project, I'm mainly going to be using my Procreate mockup pack, and I really wanted to create something that felt clean, wearable, and could realistically transition into a finished product. I'm going to walk you guys through my full process from start to finish, so hopefully you can follow along and implement some of these tips into your own designs. But that's enough talking, let's get right into the design. So first things first, before getting started, we want to go ahead and set up our canvas for today, and we're going to be using a 4000 pixel by 4000 pixel canvas at 300 dpi, and that's just going to pull up our blank white screen. From here, let's go up here to our actions menu, and we're going to locate our canvas section from the actions menu, and then we're going to go down here to the middle, find drawing guide. Let's turn on our drawing guide, and we see that makes a grid in our background. So we're just going to edit that now, and we want to go from our grid, our 2D grid, to our symmetry, which is just going to be one center line straight down the middle. And then once we have that, our canvas is pretty much set up for us to start building our design now. So from here, what I want to do is go ahead and drop the mockup that we're going to be using for today. And for today's mockups, we're going to be using Quattro's Procreate pack. I'll be sure to link all of these design assets in the description below if you guys are interested in following along. But I'm just going to be going to Quattro's tops. And then I think we're going to go with the basic rugby front brush. And then I'm just going to make sure my size is maxed out to 100 over here. And on this layer 1, let's just tap down one time. And that should place our mockup right near the center of our screen. But obviously it's not quite centered. So to get it completely centered, what we want to do is find the blue and green dot at the top of our mockup, and then we can kind of drag that over to the center line based off that symmetry line that we created a little bit earlier. And like I said, that's just going to help us keep everything on track, nice and tidy and centered. And then we can kind of expand that out to size as well. Okay, so now that we have our mockup down here, the first thing that I want to do is go ahead and duplicate this. So we have two mockups. And on this top one, let's go ahead and rename this our outline layer. And on that outline layer, let's go ahead and lock that down. And on this bottom one here, let's call this our color layer, okay? And I'll show you guys why we're doing this here in a second. But our outline layer is going to act as our outline. And on our color layer here, of course, we're going to be adding in our color. But for today's color, I'm thinking about going for kind of like a grayish blue color. Something in this area should look cool. And then once we find that color we want to use, let's just drag that right onto our screen. As we see, the color is on our mockup, but it's also on our background. And we want to be able to separate that so we just see the color on our mockup, which is what we're actually working on. There's a couple ways you can kind of go about it. For one, you can kind of go through and erase manually, which will take a good amount of time. So my favorite shortcut or little hack to do to be able to separate our mockup from our background is go up here to our selection menu. And then we're going to be on our automatic selection. And we can just tap down one time on our screen. And what that should do is it should select our background and change the color of it. So obviously it was just that blue and it inverted to this kind of tan yellowish color. And then we can go to our arrow tool, and then from there we could just drag it right off of our screen. And that leaves us with just our mockup base here that has our color on it, this bluish color. I think that looks pretty nice. So let's keep adding on to this. So after we have that, what I want to do is add in another new layer. And let's go ahead and rename this and call this our accent. And on this accent layer, what I want to do is click on it, and we're going to turn on clipping mask, and we're also going to turn on drawing assist. And I'm going to select my color to white. And what the drawing assist does is anything we do to one side, it copies to the other side. And that's based off that symmetry line that we created at the very beginning of our design here. That's just going to make it a lot easier when it comes to kind of adding in certain details that are going to be on both sides of our mockup. So when it comes to adding in this little accent on our collar here, we want our collar to be white. So I'm just going to be coloring in white on our collar area. And I only have to do it one time because everything I'm doing on this side is copying over to the other side. So now we should have something like this. And the next thing I want to do is go ahead and add in another new layer. And we can add this right below that accent layer. And this is going to be our stripes. So let's rename this our stripes layer. And on the stripes layer, what I want to do is find a blue color that's a little bit more punchy. So maybe something in this area. And then for the brush that I'm going to use, I'm just going to be using a hard airbrush, something with a pretty flat edge, something like that. Okay, and then on this, let's also turn on our drawing assist again. And then from here, when it comes to adding in stripes, one thing that I like to do is turn our mockup on our side. And to me, it just makes it a little bit easier to add in our details. So the first thing that I want to do is go ahead and draw out a straight line. And if you can see, I never let go of the pen. The pen is still connected to the iPad. So that allows us to draw out any kind of shape that we want to. If we wanted to get really creative with the shape, we could definitely do that. We can make any kind of form from here. We're gonna keep it pretty simple today and just do some straight lines. I would definitely recommend you guys play around with these kind of tips and tricks though to really create something unique of your own. So after we draw that first line out, what I wanna do is draw another stripe here, right up at the top around the collar area. And we're gonna do that a couple more times, and trying to keep the space between each section relatively similar. So it might take a little bit of trial and error to make sure everything lines up nicely. And that should leave us with something like this. And I think this is looking pretty good. But now I want to do an extra little step that's not completely necessary, but I do feel like it adds a lot. And we're going to actually erase everything off of our sleeve areas. So we're going to keep our main body base stripes, and then all of these extra stripes, we're going to just erase them right off of our canvas here for a second. So it should leave us with something like this. And after we erase everything off of our sleeve area, the next thing that we want to do is go ahead and add those stripes right back in, but we're going to be doing them slightly different. And we're going to be drawing out some lines and kind of aligning them with that line here on this kind of like upper shoulder area. And we're just going to erase this right off of our body. And we're just going to keep that same theme all the way down. So right in this little middle area on our blue, in between the stripes, we're going to be adding in the stripes right back there. And to me, this just adds a little bit of realism compared to how it was before when all of the stripes were completely straight on our mock-up. That's not exactly how the garment would show up in like real life. When it comes to doing mock-ups like this, I try to be as honest to kind of real life as possible to give that realistic effect. And we're just going to erase this off of here, again, down in this little stripe area. And really quick, while we're here, we'll go through our layers. So we have our outline, our accent, our stripes, and our color. And if we're at this point, you're not really feeling the colors. The reason why we do everything like this is because we can flip everything in just a few quick seconds. So if we want to go from our blue concept here to a more red concept, we can drag a red right onto our base, and then we can select our stripes and make all of our stripes red. That's how you do colorways really quickly. But I'm really feeling this blue color we're working with. So let's move right along. And now we're going to be adding in some text and some fonts to really bring this mock-up home. So the first thing I want to do is go up here to our actions menu, and we're going to insert some text. And the text that we're going to be using today is probably my favorite font. If you guys are familiar with the page, we're always using this font. I'll be sure to link it in the description below. Also, if you guys are interested in it for this font, let's just click on it, and we're going to change our color to white. Now let's edit our text to kind of go into it. And from here, we can figure out what color we want it for this. Let's see. I think like a nice yellow color would be cool, like a nice little pop of yellow. So now that we have our yellow 04, what we want to do is go ahead and duplicate that, and then we'll click back into it, edit our style, and we're going to see over here on our attributes, there's going to be an underline, there's going to be an O, and there's going to be a 2 dots, like a colon. We're going to be choosing this one here, and what we see here is that adds an outline to our design, and that's just by having our 2 kind of designs stacked on top of each other. So we can go, we have our outline 04 here, and we have our yellow one, and then we can stack those up. And also if we want to change this yellow color maybe to something a little bit more strong, like a red might kind of look good here. Okay, so we'll go with that. And then what I'll do is duplicate this one more time, drag this down, and we're going to be changing this to our main font. So let's just pull up our keyboard. Yeah, we're going to be typing out Quattro here, if I can spell it. So now we have our Quattro here. And I'm just going to turn on freeform and kind of shrink this down and squeeze this down a little bit. So we change our sizing so it fits kind of into this area a little bit better. And we'll just place that right about there. And I want to do the same thing again with adding an outline to this. So we're going to edit our style, and again, change our color to white. Again, edit our text and turn on that outline. And it should leave us something like this. So now we have our 2 Quattros and our 04 as well. I'm just going to move this up right about there. So we have our outline, we have our accents, we have our 04, we have our Quattro. And just to kind of consolidate what we're working on here, I'm going to pinch all of this together to create one singular layer with all of our graphics on it. And after we do that, we're going to move right along to add in a little bit more detail before we go ahead and wrap up our concept today. So we're going to rename this layer, and let's call this our shadows. And of course, on our shadows, we're going to be adding in some shadows. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and select our color to black. And then we're going to go to our classic Procreate library, and we're going to locate any kind of brush. I usually go for like a soft blend or a medium blend brush. It should show up kind of like that. And we're just going to expand that size. We want to make sure our shadows is on clipping mask, and it's also on that drawing assist. Again, so anything we do to one side, it copies to the other as well. And let's go ahead and decrease our opacity to about 75 as well. And after we have that, the first thing that I want to do is we see this black outline from our mockup that we created. And I just want to kind of lightly start going around on our mockup and very, very lightly shading in, kind of the edges on that. So just kind of like a coloring book almost, and coloring in between the lines. And it helps that we have our clipping mask on, and it also helps that we have that drawing assist on, so we don't have to do it twice. We just have to do it one good time. And I'm gonna go on our body some as well. And this is just kind of shaping our mock-up and giving it a little bit more depth compared to the style it was, which is a little bit more flat. And then also we can get some in this collar area here as well, just to really create that separation. And some in this collar area as well, and some in this little collar area too. And when it comes to adding in these shadows, it definitely helps to kind of look at some reference pictures, whether that's on Pinterest or from your own closet, and just kind of looking at how shadows form on, real clothing garments and real clothing items that you actually own. Okay, but I think this is looking pretty good so far. So from here, let's go ahead and add in another layer, and this is going to be below our shadows, and we're going to call this our highlights. And on our highlights, since we were on black for our shadows, for our highlights, we're going to be on white. When we do our shadows, what we want to do is kind of leave this white area right in here. And this is where I like to place my highlights at. So all of this area here, and that's all in between that kind of shadow area on the contour. And with our highlights on drawing assist and clipping mask, what we want to do is just kind of go inside the area that we created with our shadows, very lightly though, and start kind of mapping out where we want all of our highlights to go. So I usually do a highlight up in the shoulder area around here. Of course, a highlight on the sleeves, and then some on this main body kind of panel as well. And then from here, that looks very aggressive. So let's turn our shadows back down to about 70, 75. And then we're going to turn our highlights down as well, probably to about 50. And then we can kind of go back through and erase as needed. But I think the shadows and highlights really add a good amount of contrast, and they really complement each other very well. I'm going to go back to our Quattro design here and kind of adjust this one a little bit, dragging that down, moving this up here. And that should leave us with something like this. And then from here, we can do one more layer, and this one is really overkill, but I do think it kind of adds to our concepts when we're doing them like this on these flat kind of mock-ups. And we're going to call this our whites. And on our whites, we're going to clip it down. We're also going to make sure it's on drawing assist. Whatever brush is fine, but we want to go up here to our shoulder area and very lightly start coloring in kind of white, just following again that natural contour of our mock-up like that. And then we can go down on our sleeve area as well. In photography, it's kind of like a rim light. It adds like a nice bit of highlight and really separates the whatever it is that you're doing, your mock-up or your product, from the background. And of course, here we're working on a white background, so we want to be able to separate our mock-up just slightly from that. So just going ever so slightly around our contour and adding this kind of white highlight area, I think looks really nice. And we see what that does, that really brightens everything up. So this was without it and this is with it. So we see what that kind of does for us. So really quick now, we can go back through our layers. So we start out with that top outline, and we see why that's important, because if we take that away, we're kind of missing all of the detail of our actual kind of mock-up. So we have our top outline that was locked down. We have those whites, of course, that we just did. We also have our shadows that we created. We have our highlights as well. We have that white collar accent that we created. We also have our graphics. We have our stripes now, and this is the mock-up without the stripes, which also looks pretty cool if we cleaned it up in some certain areas, but I like it with our stripes. And then of course we have that background color area. If we weren't feeling this exact color concept, it's super easy to go from here to kind of mix and match any kind of color concepts that you'd want and go crazy with it. I definitely recommend you guys kind of try it out, get creative, do all these things on your own time. But yeah, after that, I think that about wraps up our design for today. And yeah, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, all those good things. The Procreate pack that I used in this video and other products of mine are available now on my site at thesupplypack.com, so definitely be sure to check that out. There's also a lot we didn't get to go over today, which is fine. Just be sure to leave a comment below of which you want to see more of, and I got y'all with that. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.